Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday, September the 14th market update. On the economic front, the August retail sales were better than expected, up 0.4%. Ex-autos, they were up 0.6%. Business inventories were up 1%, which was a little less than, which is more than expected, which is not necessarily good. Estimate was for 0.6%. On deck for tomorrow are the Empire State Manufacturing Survey at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, the monthly industrial production at 9:15 Eastern Time, and the weekly petroleum status report at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The dollar, copper, and oil were down. Gold and silver were up. Light sweet crude futures were down 39 cents to settle at $76.80 a barrel. So looking at the dollar, it got pretty walloped, even though it was 20 cents. It looks pretty bad on the chart. So we'll see if it's going to come back here and home. Yep, below all the moving averages and everything. So looking pretty awful for the dollar. Go take a look at the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure chart. So we're back up here, still having some problems here with oil. Doesn't seem like it wants to go much higher here. It hasn't quite got up even to the 80. Got up to about close to 79 level today, not up to 80. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up, down. Sorry about that. Dow closed down 17 points to 10,526. S&P closed unchanged at 1,121. Nasdaq closed up 4 points to 2289, and the Russell closed down 3 points to 649. The Nasdaq had the larger percent gain, up 0.18%, and the Russell was the weakest, down 0.47%. So as you can see, the Dow, the market's holding up all right. We're above the 200. We're still holding here. We're still got, we're at this trend line resistance on the Dow, and it's we're kind of stuck there. And I'm still expecting some type of a pullback. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. But we're holding up pretty well today. S&P, again, I'm sure this 1,130-ish area is definitely going to be a challenge. I don't know what kind of news we're going to take. We'll probably have to have a catalyst for us to go through it, and when we do, we're probably going to go flying through it and quite a bit higher, I would think, because I'm sure people are trying to put on shorts up here since we're near this area. But again, it was very neutral. See that little tiny candle, very neutral, pretty much equal buying and selling. And the Nasdaq also nearing its previous highs up here around, we'll call it 2,300, a little over 2,300. So, but again, it's looking good. It looks okay. So, everything held up pretty well today. Let's take a look at gold. GLD breaking out, new 52-week high, lots of volume. Silver also moving higher after this consolidation here. Euro, big move up on the euro. Let's look at the moving averages. So we don't have the, we don't really have any, there's a little gap here with filling, and we got the 200 way up here above us. So the euro definitely has some room. It could keep moving, and especially if it stays in this uptrending channel that it's been in. And the VIX, still in this wedge. MACD's a little higher than it was here, but it's kind of, we'll see what it's doing here. But not, volatility increased just a little bit today. It wasn't too bad. XLF still hanging on, still looking all right. Copper, they tried to sell the heck out of copper today. All this volume to the downside. Copper held up all right. The MACD, I'm thinking it's probably going to come down at least back to here. We'll see. This copper has been on quite a run. We got the 200, back here, but a little below the 44. So wouldn't be real surprised to see copper take a breather here. I know I was going to look at gold on the point and figure chart. The gold continuous contract. So gold broke out to it's a triple top breakout on the point and figure chart. The new price objective for gold is $1,500 an ounce. Now this looks fine. It had that breakout, but on the gold futures chart, which I won't really cover it right now, but the gold futures chart, there's a lot of bearish divergence on the MACD. So I'd be a little hesitant about jumping on board gold right now, but we'll see how it plays out. But there's definitely been bearish divergence on the MACD for a period of time now. It just hasn't played out yet on gold. Let's see. We're over here. Let's look at the McClellan oscillator. So we're back down to 45. So we're we're in the overbought area, territory, but we really need to be much higher to be overbought. So we're really not. We're okay. Still looking fine there. Let's take a look at the sectors. 8 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The gold index had the larger percent gain, up 2.89%. The bank index was the weakest, down 1.35%. I think the financials are kind of weighing on the market today. Over to ChartWatch. And I have tried to come up with some new ones, and a lot of the stuff we've been watching, there are a lot of great charts out there that I've been covering, and I'm sure you're finding as well. So I tried to find a few different ones. This Vico had a lot of volumes breaking out to the upside, and then pulled back a little bit along with the market. But I think it's probably one to watch. Maybe bottoming down here. Of course, the GDX gold miner breaking out. Hecla Mining, I love this over a longer period of time. It's been in this triangle, so I really like it for possible investment for a period of time. Z-Linux, huge volume, breaking out above the downtrend line today. Looks real good. Urban Outfitters breaking out above that 34 area resistance. A lot of the retailers have been breaking out. Blue Coat Systems breaking out higher today with some volume. Of course, this thing was, which I haven't had time to check to see if it had news on it, but hopefully it's like being bought or something, I assume, with this massive uppage on it. So, like I said, I haven't checked it out yet. PRGO, Perigo breaking out. It's got volume. Pretty good looking chart. Foot Locker breaking out above the downtrend line with volume. HOLX up, it has could have some resistance here, but lots of volume today and gapped up higher, so it's looks interesting to keep an eye on. Nuvasiv also breaking out above the downtrend line, tons of volume. SIGA breaking out higher today, lots and lots of volume in the SIGA Technologies. Oplink, lots of volume here too. I like this this kind of cup and handle type pattern that's been forming, possibly putting a bottom here, and it's broken out above the downtrend line there. So actually did it yesterday, still holding up well, so that looks interesting to keep an eye on. Travelzoo still consolidating and resting up there, but it looks good. Cracker Barrel breaking out of its channel today with volume on earnings. CGNX, another one that good looking chart, still holding up really well. HOLI breaking out today with volume. Divix, this one is in a triangle and has tried to break out today, and I think the market just wasn't ready for it to happen, so keep an eye on this one. Columbia Sportswear, after this tight consolidation, going higher. Excuse me. And Taylor breaking out of this channel. I got choked up. This GII, we've been watching this. I like how it's still holding the 29 and resting up here. It looks good. Walter Energy, it just is right up there, just waiting to break out. We'll see what the market does, but still hanging tough. ALGT, this Allegiant Travel still looks good. Celanese, nice looking charts, had tons of volume in here. We'll see if it can hold around 30.50 or so, or at least 30 here. It broke out here, but it looks like it's put in a nice base, nice bottom underneath it. Cree, it actually had a lot of volume yesterday, and it's added to it today. We'll see if this is a wedge pattern, a continuation wedge, and Cree breaks out and goes higher from here possibly. CDNS, another one that's breaking out here in a new 52-week high. It's got good volume. I like it as well. Watch American Tower. It's in a possible bull flag here. Not a lot of volume on the sell side. It's still looking good for a re-entry, or maybe you're still holding it. The CODI, it was holding up really well. Started selling some towards the end of the day, but I like this triangle, so I think it's worth watching. Talked about MBT. MBT yesterday. If I could type it, lots of volume here and did break out above the downtrend line, so that looks good. TSL still resting, still holding up really well though, looks good. And CFX, lots of volume yesterday, holding up today, trying to hold this 14. Another one worth watching. Let's go take a look at the current market signals. We follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P. No changes here. Everything looks good. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching.